Yeah, welcome. Again, I am here with a new topic which is Martin rule or matrix method. This is the subtopic of matrices and determinant, and here we will learn how to find out the values of x, y, and z when three equations are given, or when two equations are given, then how to find out x and y. So, this method is very helpful and sometimes it is known as Martin method or matrix method. So for this I am taking a problem here. Using matrix method, solve the following system of equation. First equation is 2x minus 3y plus 5z is equal to 11. Second one is 3x plus 2y minus 4z is equal to 5 minus 5. Third one is x plus y minus 2z is equal to minus 3. There is one method by using elimination or substitution we can find out the value of x, y and z, but here we have to use matrix method. So first step is to write the given equations in the form of matrix equation, that is ax is equal to b form. So first of all write coefficient matrix. I hope you are already knowing. So this is 2 minus 3 5. Second equation is 3 2 and minus 4, and this third one is 1 1 and minus 2. So this is our coefficient matrix. Second is xyz, and third one is constant portion, which is 11. Next minus 5 and minus 3. So here matrix A is this matrix, X matrix is xyz, and matrix B is 11 minus 5 minus 3. Now first step to find out determinant of A, to check whether the solution exists or not, or the system of equations are consistent or inconsistent. So for this determinant of A is minus 1. How we will find determinant of A? This is so simple. Take 2, delete this row, delete this column. You will get 2 into minus 2 minus 4 and minus minus plus 4. Similarly, next element will be taken as negative and minus minus will become plus. So this column will deleted, this row will deleted. Minus 2 into 3 minus 6 and minus minus plus 4. Similarly 5 3 minus 2, so we will get minus 1. So here determinant of A is non-zero, so we will say that the given system of equation is consistent or it has a unique solution. Now if it has a unique solution, then what is the process of finding the value of x, y and z? So you just see this equation, which is ax is equal to b. When we multiply both sides by A inverse, you can see here how we are getting this formula. When we are multiplying both sides by A inverse or pre-multiplication by A inverse, we will get, right? So in this equation I am multiplying by A inverse both sides. Now we already know A inverse into A will be an identity matrix I into X is equal to A inverse B. Now identity into X will be X. So therefore this is a very important formula. Whenever there is a matrix equation AX is equal to B, then X can be written as A inverse into B. So now our first aim is to find out A inverse. I hope you already know how to find out A inverse. To find A inverse, first of all we have to find adjoint of A. Now one by one we will find the cofactor of these elements, right? And this cofactor is known as A11, capital A11. This is A12, this is A13. Okay, so one cofactor I have shown, that capital A11 means we are finding cofactor of 2. So delete this row and delete this column, you will get 2 minus 4, 1 minus 2, and formula says minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1, which is 0. Similarly, other cofactors can be calculated like A12, A13 by using same procedure. This is A21, A22, A23, finally A31, A32, which is 23, and A33 is 13. Now we know how to find out adjoint. To find adjoint, you replace the elements and put the corresponding cofactors. So prepare a matrix which is a cofactor matrix A11, A12, A13. See here I am just replacing the elements and I am putting the values of cofactor. Now take the transpose of this matrix. So first put the values, all the values are known. Now put the values and take transpose. So when we will take transpose, this first row 0, 2, 1 will become column. You can see this will become column. Similarly, the second row will become second column and third row will become third column. So this is our adjoint of A. Now formula of inverse is, first of all we are finding inverse. So A inverse is 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Determinant of A is already calculated, which is -1, and adjoint of A is here. So what we will do, we will just multiply all the elements by -1. So all the elements will become negative. So this minus will become plus and this 2 will become -2. 23 will become -23. This will become plus. This is minus, this is plus, and this is minus. So this is finally A inverse. Now formula says that x is equal to A inverse B. So the value of inverse is here. You put this matrix and B is already known, which is 11 minus 5 minus 3. Now when we multiply, multiplication is easy. Take first row and first column, multiply the corresponding elements. 0 into 11, 0, 1 into -5, -5, and -2 into -3, which is +6. So 0 minus 5, 6. Similarly, second row with second column, -2 into 11, -22, 9, 5, -45, 23 into 3, which is minus minus plus, so 69. So similar case is for third row and first column. So finally we will get 6 minus 5, 1. This is 2 and last one is 3. But this is equal to x and x is x, y, z. So here two matrices are same or equal, so corresponding elements are equal. So therefore x is 1, y is 2, and z is 3. Okay. Now take the second question. This is the same question. Here we have to solve the given equation. X minus y is equal to 3. 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 17. Y plus 2z is equal to 7. But this question is different from the previous one, because in the previous question 3 equations were given and you have to solve the equation. But here 2 matrices are given, which is A and B. Okay, and we have to find out AB. And remember, we have to use this result also. Whatever we are getting as a AB, we have to use this result and then you have to solve this equation. So you must note in this problem we will not find out adjoint matrix because it is very lengthy process. So purpose of giving of these two matrices is to avoid the calculation of adjoint. So let's take how to find out AB, because it is given that A and B are matrices and we have to find AB. So for AB, write the value of A and write the value of B. You can see here, take this first row, right, with first column. So you will get 1 into 2, 1 into 2, 2, minus 1 into -4, plus 4, and 0 into 2, which is 0. Similar case is first row with second column, 1 into 2, 2, minus 1 into 2, -2, 0 into -1, 0. And same case first row, third column, 1 into -4, -4, minus 1 into -4, plus 4, 0 into 5 is 0. So similarly we will multiply this second row with first column, then second column, then third column. So we will get this element, this and this. And finally with third row and all the columns we will get this. So important thing is here we are getting that all the diagonal elements are 6, whereas all the elements are 0, and we will get 6 as a common. So this will be an identity matrix. Now in this case AB is 6 into I. Note one thing, in such type of problems always the product of AB will be an identity matrix with some scalar, right? So here we are getting 6i, in other case you may get 7i, 2i, 4i, anything, but the product of AB will always be the product of a scalar and an identity matrix. Now you can see here, by using this result, no need to find out adjoint of A, because here our main task is to find out A inverse, right? So now this result is that AB is 6i, and second question is we have to solve this equation. So form the matrix equation. First make coefficient matrix 1, minus 1 and 0, then 2, 3, 4, finally 0, 1, 2. Why I have taken 0? Because x is not present here, that's why the coefficient of x will be 0. So this is a coefficient matrix into variable x, y, z, and then constant is 3, 17 and 7. Assume it is A, it is x, but don't assume it as a B, because B is already given in question. So we have to assume a different matrix D. Okay, so now Ax is equal to D. So formula says that A or x is equal to A inverse into D. Now next step we have to find A inverse. So here A is this matrix, x is x, y, z, and D is here. Okay, so next step to find out A inverse. Now when you will find determinant of A, it will be 6, which is non-zero. So in this case the given system of equation is consistent, because determinant of A is non-zero. And when the system is consistent, it will be independent also. That is, it has unique solution. We have already discussed in the previous lecture that when solution is unique, then the system of equation is consistent and dependent. And when the solution is infinite, system is consistent but dependent. Here it is consistent and independent. So x is A inverse D. Now next step, how to find out A inverse. So in the previous problem we have calculated the adjoint matrix and then we have used the formula of inverse, but here we are using the result, so that's why it is not required. So now AB is equal to 6i, multiply both sides by A inverse. It is pre-multiplication, so A inverse into A, and 6 is constant, so we will not multiply, so 6 will be out. A inverse into I. Now A inverse into A is identity into B, and A inverse into identity is always A inverse because it's a rule. Now A inverse into A is identity into B, which is 6 into A inverse, and A inverse is equal to I into B will be B upon 6. So A inverse is 1 by 6 into B. So I hope it is clear ki why A and B matrices are given. So A inverse we can directly calculate by multiplying 1 by 6 with B. So this is 1 by 6 and matrix B is 2, 2 minus 4, minus 4, 2 minus 4, 2 minus 1, 5. It is given in the question. So this is our A inverse. Now x is, see this formula, x is A inverse D. So the value of A inverse is, don't multiply 6 inside, finally we will multiply. So this is A inverse and this is B. Now multiplication you already know, multiply this first row with first column. So you will get 3, 2, 6, 2 into 17, 34, and minus 4 into 7, 28 minus. Similarly second row with first column gives this, and third row and first column gives this. So finally we will get 12 minus 6, 24, and when this 1 by 6 is multiplied, we will get 2 minus 1 and 4, but it is x. So when we compare, x is 2, y is minus 1 and z is 4. Okay, so this is the main point in this problem. Y, a and b are given. Now take one more topic here. This is applications in coordinate geometry. How we will apply matrices and determinant in coordinate geometry. So first point is when 3 points are given in xy plane, which is A, B and C. These coordinates are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. And we have to find the area of triangle. We are already knowing in class 11th, we have learned in coordinate geometry what is the area of triangle whose vertices are given, which is half x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. But there is one more formula, which is determinant formula, and this formula says that the area of triangle with vertices a, b, c is half x1 x2 x3 y1 y2 y3 and 1 1 1. Yeah, this is the arrangement. All the abscissa you will write in first column, or you can also write first row, and ordinates will be written as second column, and third column will always be 1 1 1. You can also write in this way: x1 x2 x3 y1 y2 y3 1 1 1. Now expansion, you already know, half is outside, x1 is here, so this is deleted, this is deleted, so y2 minus y3. Similarly, minus x2 y1 minus y3, so minus minus will become plus, so it will become y3 minus y1. And finally x3, and this column is deleted, this row is deleted, y1 minus y2. So this is the final formula in the form of determinant. Okay, and there is also condition of collinearity, that when the 3 points are lie on a single line. Collinear means if this is a line, first point is A, C is here, B is here, so all the 3 points are lying on a common line, so we will say that these points are collinear. So when these points are collinear, there will be no triangle because all the points are lying on a straight line, so no triangle is formed, so therefore area of triangle will become 0. So this delta will become 0. Now we can say that when the 3 points are collinear, this x1 x2 x3 y1 y2 y3 1 1 1 will become 0. And one more point is here, when a line is passing through A and B, this is x1 y1 and x2 y2, and what will be the equation of line? This is so simple. Write x y1 x1 y1 1 and x2 y2 1, remember. Okay, because instead of third point x3 y3 1, I am taking x y1 because line is passing only through 2 points. So by using this formula, we can find out the equation of line passing through 2 points. Let's take a problem using determinant. Find the area of triangle whose vertices are 0 0 4 3 and 8 10. So here x1 is 0, x2 is 4, x3 is 8. So formula says half x1 x2 x3 means 0 4 and 8, y1 y2 y3 which is 0, y2 is 3 and y3 is 0, and finally 1 1 1. Now you just expand it because first 2 elements are 0, so both will be 0, and finally this is 1, so write down 1 here. This row is deleted, this column is deleted. 4 into 0 minus 8 into 3, which is minus 24. And note one thing, this is half minus 24 determinant. This is not mod, this is determinant, so determinant will be minus 12, but the area cannot be negative, therefore now we will take modulus or absolute value, which is 12. Similarly, when these 2 points are given and we need to find the equation of a line, just replace this 8 comma 0 here and write down x and y and solve it. You will get the equation of line, right? So our next video will be based on properties of determinant and we will take more problems on it.